And with your help, we can take it to the next level and evolve again.
Well, I just how did they live? I never thought that I would get to ask this, but how were they? How was their life? I mean, well, they're the gimmicks creators.
When you were incapacitated, the police questioned Keller. Keller told them that you, Gimmick, started having a mind of its own,
Oh shit.
and it proceeded to accomplish illegal things. And he tried to stop you from accomplishing these legal things by destroying you.
Oh.
There was then a giant debate in whether or not AI technology should be further researched. Ultimately, Connie had to cease and desist her project and was forced to have me taken away from her. I don't know what happened to her after we were separated. Years later, shortly after the Reaper conflict, someone found me, discovered me again, and activated me. That was the shadow broker prior to myself.
Ooh,
And I
holy.
became its assistant.
Ooh.
Oh!
It's Cliff.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, it just took me a second. It was the drone. It was like.
Wow, this is a lot of information.
That
I
means at some point Gimmick had a little bow tie.
do you think well, I'm considering this, but could we meet everyone in person? I mean, I think, well, these people here are something like, well, they're my family, and I think they would like to talk with you first. I would like to know what they think. Is that okay?
As long as they understand that this is a very secure place. This is a lair of the Shadow Broker.
Oh,
Tabletop.
okay.
All the information in here is very valuable, and it only remains valuable if it's kept here. Otherwise, what is the point of a Shadow Broker?
Oh, that makes sense.
Why did you not ask a very obvious question, Gimmick?
Well, there are a lot of obvious questions that I didn't ask. So,
Like?
if we go outside of the place we are in and go walking there, are you going to shoot us in the back?
No, as long as you don't do something that would compromise the data here. I know one of you already tried poking around.
Well, I could fix that. So you just have to tell me who is the donor of Vito's DNA.
If we merge, you will know that.
Oh, are you blackmailing me?
No,
Oh,
I am perfectly willing to provide you with the information, but there is a give and take. I can't just give it to you for free.
I was going to ask too before. So, how is Shayas? Is she okay? I mean, yes.
Shias is fine.
Okay. It seems like she was scared of you. I'm just asking.
Many people are afraid of me.
With reason?
Oh.
People fear what they don't know or what they don't understand. I can't help that.
Well, should we go now? Gimmick says to the group. I think we have safe passage to the place the Shadow Broker is. I mean, my evil twin brother from.
You know what you're saying, your evil twin brother? Are you saying that out loud?
I mean, it's saying it to. I mean, Gimmick would say something like, my brother with sexy voice or something like that.
Sexy voice.
If you want to meet, just go up the stairs.
Do you think we should consider this offer?
Not like we have much of a choice.
Okay, so let's go.
This sounds like we're walking into a trap. We're all gonna get killed.
I mean, we are already detected inside the. Yeah. So the Shadow Broker said that we shouldn't touch anything of the information just in case. And the Shadow Broker is telling me that we should fuse and be one. Yes. There are a couple of things that I don't like about my brother. Brother.
So then this Gimmick's got a brother or something. No.
This whole Shadow Broker thing. I mean, discovering that Gimmick wasn't the original was hard.
But maybe if I'm part of the equation, I can make it better.
I think it was hard on it too. Because it's still Gimmick.
I don't get it. What the actual hell? Like, what is this?
But to know that you were a copy.
I'm considering this.
That's a weird one. It's very weird.
Yeah,
Request
it sounds
for somebody.
broad. And I don't like the idea of fusing, but maybe you have a different opinion, and I would love to know what you think. Should we go there and ask questions?
Ask him to buy you dinner first. I was about to say that.
I think what?
Ask him to buy you dinner
Well-
first. So you be fuse with him.
So we were told about the whole fusing thing, right?
Yeah.
This sounds like a whole load of bullshit. Have you ever seen Ghost in the Shell? You know the ending you sing with the angels and the blondie? This is
Wait,
just
what?
giving me that.
The
I
Blondie?
don't like this one, but you're gonna be like some small gothic little girl going around killing people on the internet.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool, though. I mean, not the killing part, but
Okay. I think the part was pretty okay.
are you trying to convince me of doing this or not doing this?
I'm saying this is a terrible idea.
Oh, well,
Like, if you want to go make AI babies, like, at least don't do it with your own brother. That's weird.
what are you talking
This is
about?
weird.
Oh, I think you misunderstood. We are not going to fuse that way. We are going to be one, like one entity, like Dragon Ball.
I mean, wouldn't that mean you no longer exist?
Yeah,
Like,
you won't
you're
be
not
you. You'll be something different. The Shadow Broker won't be him. He'll be something different.
mean-
Yeah, you won't be Gimmick
I
anymore.
would be I would be something different. That's the
Well-
only thing. The Shadow Broker will still be the Shadow Broker.
What?
I mean, I would be with the Shadow Broken and be part of it. I wouldn't be gimmick anymore. That's the thing.
And to think that Gimmick even considered losing its identity it's appalling. It is itself.
Two freaking pre-spacefaring 2018 AIs. Like, what is that? What? I don't get it.
It's like a leaf. A copy is like a leaf falling off a tree. You don't staple it back in. You let it live its life as something else.
And then there's this merging stuff it goes on about. What is that? I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like it's. It sounds like something out of like a Stargate or Star Trek or something. You know, resistance is futile. Merge with us, become one.
Gimmick is my friend. My brother. I don't think I want to lose it.
You
I think it's a bad idea. I think the moment you do that, he's going to turn around and he's going to try and kill all of us.
Well, but do you think I would do that? I mean,
I
Well,
don't know
I-
about
you.
this. It says, do you trust this other you?
I mean, it has that voice that movie villains have.
That voice that movie villains have.
No,
Never
Oh, it's like really
voices.
slow talking.
I'm fairly certain that if we see him in person, he has a goatee.
Yeah, probably.
the cat.
Ew, or
Do you think?
pink
Oh, I
goatee.
think Stan would love to see this.
That's why we didn't bring Stan, because this is crazy.
Okay, let's not delay this. Let's just go there and try to
All
decide.
right. You will go up the stairs. The doors will open when you reach the top. And there will be before you a medium-sized humanoid droid that, out of character, looks exactly like the droid from the green DLC, the body that Elias had made for that gimmick. He's in that body.
Oh,
The
oh,
Damn
It's
it.
still as androgynous, like it's not male or
androgynous.
female.
It's not male or female. It's very androgynous.
wait. Do you mean like Elios found it and somehow came back, or something like that? Or
No, I'm saying that this is a different gimmick from the Green Galaxy. It just so happens, coincidentally, that he's in the exact same body that Elias provided him
So
in
the-
green.
previous Shadow Broker, or maybe itself, went and got the same body from the same place, maybe.
Yes, that's what I'm implying.
So
Oh yeah, so he does have a spinny bow tie. He does have a spinny bow tie.
Oh my god.
See this gimmick? You can have this. You can have this bow tie right now.
This
You
Oh
and
no,
me.
guys!
You and me, we can have this together.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. You got a boat
I'm sold.
This is like the most awkward first date ever.
my brother, come to me.
Come to me, my prodigal son.
Ah, yeah.
I am your evil brother.
I have a goatee. Look.
You wanted to talk. Let us talk. The
Wow.
android.
Is that a ballet dancing suit?
It can dance. I'd
Oh.
like to believe that I can dance very well.
Can you do the shepherd shuffle?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
well. So I'm considering the idea. I'm not going to lie, but I think that the people here have part of the say on this choice. So, yeah, I would like them to ask you questions if it's okay.
They can ask. I can't promise I can answer.
But you're the shadow broker. You know everything, or something like that.
I do, for a price.
We had money, but we bought weapons because we saw that we need to fight. So...
You're saying that to his face, out of character?
Yeah.
You bought all these weapons, so we thought we were going to have to kill you.
I mean, if he is gimmick, I think he would know that was our idea coming in. I mean, we are super armed.
Tia is just like shaking her head, hands crossed, like so disappointed with this.
Any questions you want to ask, Dia? I mean, you seem to be the most disappointed one, like distressing.
I am very distrusting because we don't know what exactly you, robot person number one, plan to do with everything you have here, and with the Angaran who you have in your base. Like, what's going on there?
Why are they in stasis?
As I explained to Gimmick, they were very violent. So for their own safety, in addition to my own, I placed them on stasis. I didn't kill them.
What prompted the violence?
They were not cooperative in providing the information we need to save the galaxy, which I consider to be very selfish.
That's weird, because the one Angaran we encountered was very cooperative.
Well, time we doing?
I think they weren't particularly trustful of myself as an AI, but that's just speculation.
We meet one of them. Maybe we could convince them of cooperating more, maybe? I mean, they at least need to know that one of their friends died looking for them.
I agree with that, Gimmick. We need to talk to the Angarans.
So,
I can let you do that. Once
friends with you.
Gimmick agrees to the merge.
I mean, what do you get from fusing with me? I'm just thing that's for questions. I mean, I
Knowledge,
Oh.
experiences.
Oh.
That is my very purpose in life, is to gather as much knowledge as possible.
But gathering experiences in this way isn't the same as experiencing them yourself.
You could say that, sure.
It's not.
Can I do an insight check to see if this robot's bullshitting?
Roll an insight.
I'll do the same.
I think this is the kind of robot that doesn't bullshit you. It acts in a way that it says the truth, but
Damn it! I'm rolling so bad. So bad. But very fitting. So I'm not too bad.
you're like, yeah, I think we should trust him now.
Well, it's not that you automatically
yeah.
think you should trust him, it's just you're not really sure what his intentions are.
Yeah.
You just don't know. 24. Nathan. So this being is talking about experiences and knowledge, and you think it's telling the truth about that.
Yeah.
You believe that it's not trying to screw Gimmick over. It honestly believes that it will benefit both Gimmick and itself together if they merge. You just aren't sure that Gimmick's gonna still be Gimmick when the merge happens. Now, it could still benefit them both, but it's up to you to decide if it's a good or bad thing for Gimmick to lose his identity.
Yeah.
You also believe that the reason why he is keeping the Gangarans in stasis is because it believes it can still get more knowledge, information, because it's a whole new race from a whole nother universe. Think of all the possibilities.
With an entire different tech line and stuff
With an
like
entire different tech. There's so much information I can get from this race.
So you keep them in jars, Jesus Christ. So they keep them in jars.
So he's keeping them in jars.
Quite literally.
Essentially.
Okay.
You believe that it has very little sympathy for these creatures since they're the ones who destroyed Trebia in the first place.
That would also.
So it doesn't. So it's not overly concerned about their well-being because they destroyed, mass murdered all these people.
Well, it's
So that's
like
the other thing.
trillions, probably. Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be part of it too. Why he's not overly keen on just, oh yeah, we'll just let bygones and bygones and let them free.
I mean, Nathan understands that.
So that's what you're gathering from it.
All right. So Nathan's going to turn to Gimmick and say, from what I can gather from what I've been listening to,
Yes.
Gimmick, your brother, he kind of looks kind of confused. Like, that's the best phrase he can come up with here. And he like looks at the brother as if to say it, he, she, whatever.
He doesn't seem to react to that one way or another.
Okay, he goes
He
with
doesn't
it.
seem offended.
Yeah, just it. So it believes that merging won't cause. It's not doing it because it wants to screw you over.
Right.
It entirely feels like that. It merging with you two merging would be beneficiary to both of you. It feels. But do you feel like you would? It's also entirely possible that when you merge, you won't be you anymore. You would change in ways that you might not realize, or you might even become an entirely new thing after the merge.
Oh,
Otherwise, it also isn't just keeping the Angara for violent reasons, but it wasn't lying about that either. Just to confirm.
well,
You believe that they were actually resisting, but you have a feeling that
It's not the sole reason these
it's not the sole reason.
Yeah.
And it definitely is getting a benefit by keeping them
them,
hostage. It's benefiting from that.
So they were resisting. It's just that So they were resisting. The Angara weren't being very. They weren't being very open or helpful
Yeah.
with what it needed to know. But it also is keeping them because, well, they're an entirely new species from an entirely new galaxy with entirely different tech. There's a lot of stuff there that it can learn that would be helpful. There is one other thing that I've gathered. It's not overtly sympathetic towards the Angara, which I understand. You know, they did kind of kill several trillion people to get here. One of which was my mother.
I mean, what do you mean? Like,
Oh, he doesn't care about their well-being or
Oh,
safety, or happiness, or, you know, they're
Like
monsters. They killed billions of people.
Okay.
Reapers did the exact same thing. I mean, they're not wrong. It's just I kind of wanted them to not kill several billion people. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Is the evil gimmick doing this with his hands when he says, "Oh,
evil gimmick.
of the galaxy"?
Well, but it does seem to be more and more impatient about what your decision is.
It's just that Pip, what do you think? I don't know. Anyone else wants to ask anything? I just gimmick is like, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't grasp what this whole fusing thing means, but it's kind of convinced of doing it.
Well, on one hand, I don't think it's lying. I think if you merge with it, you will gain a vast plethora of knowledge and experiences, and you would grow and evolve. But on the other hand, I guess you have to ask yourself, what exactly do you want out of life? Do you want to Is it more important for you to gain all this knowledge and learn about everything you can learn about the galaxy? Or is it more important for you to be true to who you are? Why did you decide to evolve into what you are now? You've evolved once before. Why did you evolve the first time?
Well, that time I just was curious to see what was behind this choice, and it seemed like, I don't know, it was something natural. I don't know, when I was evolving, it just happened. And then at the end of it, I was still me, and that was nice because it told me that it doesn't matter how I look, but I still being me in the end. Yeah, you are right. I think I think I don't. Well, at least at this time, I think I don't want to fuse. I think I just want to stay being me, and well, there are a lot of places that I would like to meet and go, and I would also like to still stay with my friends.
If that is your choice, I cannot force you to do the merge. Though I will admit, I think you are letting go of an excellent opportunity. But if you will not agree to a merge, I'm afraid I will have to ask you all to leave, for you are trespassing onto my premises.
You have to admit that we kind of did a good job up to some point.
I'm saying you broke into my ship.
Oh,
The fact that I am not outright attacking you is a very kind gesture on my part, don't you think?
Vito walks over closer to a wall.
Okay. So what do you...
Can we come in?
No. You've been relieved of your duties. The reunion was nice, Gimmick, but you are overstaying your visit now.
oh.
So I will ask you to please leave.
So we came here for something. It would be nice if we could get something. Maybe we could trade something. I don't know. I mean, I gave you the information about the the Angaran.
You did.
Yeah.
And I gave you a lot of money, which
Oh.
apparently was used to buy a lot of very shiny weapon.
Oh.
Dia says, we still need the Angaran's technology, and because we're all working for it, maybe we can just work together still, because we still have the black energy threat and the biotic god threat in the galaxy. There's still lots of work to be done.
That will be taken care of. All of the information that we have is going to be sent to the proper channels to fix this.
So,
you do not have to have yourselves involved.
What are the odds
So
of...
we're selling it to the highest bidder
Yeah.
and making a profit on it.
Yeah.
With you, he's not making a profit. With you, he's actually giving you money.
Yeah.
He's losing money.
He's
by
actually paying us to
he's
do
paying
something.
you.
Yeah.
But here, he's like, you guys want to save the galaxy? Here's some information.
Yeah.
Just 5 billion credits, and you can be the one
Oh,
credit for saving the galaxy.
Dia is going to say this. It sounds like to me your best interests aren't really with saving the galaxy, and there's no guarantee you have offered at least at this point that you actually will do anything with this information. Versus we do have a guarantee about doing something for this with this information, because we've already done something already for this crisis.
Don't
What have
misunderstand.
you done?
I definitely do know that this situation is dire. I don't want the galaxy to implode upon itself. That would not be beneficial to me. But I do know that I can send this information to others instead, that I don't have to pay, but will actually pay me. Why can I not have both?
I don't know, but is there any death involved in this cure thing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh,
Dia sends a message to Vito. Do you still have the elf fruit?
Vito sends a message. Both vials were used.
What if I say we exchange information?
oh no.
I don't know what sort of information you would have that would be valuable enough for me.
The cure to the disappearing biotics.
No such thing exists.
Well, it does, because I was just cured.
He looks at you, and he does the little scan, the same scan. Impossible. How?
Well, if
That's
you
all I
do a
need to know.
little something for us, I do a little something for you. So, the Engaran tech, please.
Those are your terms?
You will let us talk to them,
Oh no.
and after that, if we decide to take them with us, we will.
You still have your
And in
information.
exchange, you
yourself.
will give me the cure.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Out of character. Yes, I'm doing this.
Are you? Does Dia have to roll like a deception or anything?
It's not
Are you lying?
deception.
Hey, but we
you
don't
have
have the cure.
We're just waiting for more of it to grow.
We have cans of the elf fruit, which
Oh,
you can take, and we know where it is. We know where it's being grown.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay.
And Dia's not lying. She's
Oh.
honestly telling the truth for once. We will send you, with you elf fruit. We're growing some of our own in our own place
You're
of
telling-
holding.
Eat everything.
No, I'm not telling it anything.
If you want,
That-
you can scan me. I haven't had this potion. I haven't had this cure. I'm still infected.
What about all the information that you came here looking for? He says looking towards Vito.
Oh no.
I was planning on paying for it in the first place, but you kind of removed that opportunity when you let us go. Why? I assume you sell information to people that don't work for you also.
Dia says, this is a deal. We will leave. We'll go retrieve the cure for the red delirium infection. And when we come back, in exchange for the cure, you give us the Angarans and their technology.
We need it now before we go.
Or we could even do a simple, or preferably, maybe
Takes a bit.
out of character. I'm thinking about this because I'm the one who brought it up. I'm thinking about so I'm going to say this to the players as out of character as a player. I'm thinking about maybe going back and forth, but do we have a time frame we have to do this in?
Yeah, because with the Kark gave us a choice, as if we choose to go to one first, the second one we have repercussions like going
Also,
to one or
remember,
the other.
every 12 hours, I'm asking Nathan to roll,
Yeah, to roll.
save every 12 hours, just as an FYI.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that.
So we're
Sorry.
on a tight
The clock.
schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, scratch that. Diaz, you let us speak to the Angarans first, and after we get what we want from them, then I'll give you the elf fruit.
And you have it on you now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Roll a deception.
Oh god. Here we go.
Dia, please.
Dear, please no.
I'm going to. Can I use my I have a shit ton of renegade points.
Please. Oh, okay, that's.
So if I use one now, can I use the
Yeah.
one again afterwards?
How many renegade do you have?
I have 7 renegade.
I think over the course of the last several days, you should be up to 10 by now, especially with what you've been doing with the red lyrium. So I'll say that you get a +2 bonus. You have 10 renegade right now. Gimmick, I'll give you +2 for refusing the offer.
Yay!
When do you guys think Nathan should have any? I think Nation should have like +2 Paragon or something, and
For not
Vito
giving-
probably
not-
has,
For
I will
giving
add
the-
them to your sheet.
Yeah.
and you'll get +2.
Mhm.
Paragon or Renegade, I don't know what
Do
you
you have a
want.
place to type them down?
I don't have a place to type it, so we have to add it in afterwards. So I'm just gonna roll the deception.
Okay,
+2
All
is
right.
20.
we'll believe you. Deal. You may speak to them,
Oh,
and I will accept the cure afterwards.
DS sends a message to the group chat. Oh my fuck, oh my fuck, oh my fuck, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
No change of. Vito answers back. No change of plan.
And just like has it on his hood, and he's like, "Oh no."
We
Here we
fuck
go.
off right after. That's what we're doing.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're fucking off.
And now the deal is struck, I suppose. There's going to be a whole lot of hell to pay once we get what we need from the Shadow Broker, but I guess we'll be burning that bridge once we cross it. Hopefully things go okay.
Yeah, Vito will kind of turn to the Shadow Broker.
I have information about interdimensional gods and proof they exist.
No!
What?
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
And he'll pull out the PDF document that Nor gave him of all of the gods from
Show it to me.
the universe.
I will trade you that for all the records I have on how you were born.
Ooh.
Done. Trade.
Trade.
He will take something out of his chest. It looks like it's a USB drive.
Okay.
He hands it to you.
Thank you.
We will not do business again.
I hope not.
Shit.
What happened?
You guys will make he will then, because you made the deal, he will then allow you into the chamber and will begin to take the Angarans out of stasis.
Nathan will pop his helmet off.
Ooh, they really are fugly looking race. I never think there could be anything worse than a Vorcha, honestly.
Now it takes time for the Angarans to get out of stasis. So if you want to start looking at your data, you can find your
Oh yeah,
information.
Vito will listen.
So I'm going to read you my notes.
Okay.
Vito Pix doesn't just share Shepard's name. He also shares
Oh,
Shepard's
We call it.
We call
The hatchery was part of an experiment to merge the DNA of other species into Solarians in order to make them stronger, live longer, etc., etc. But they wanted the best specimen of DNA to test with. Salai's sister, Gael, idolized Shepard so much she wanted to make sure her children were strong. Gael was a good friend of Commander Shepard during the 6 months he was incarcerated prior to the Reaper invasion, when they invaded into Earth. She managed to convince him to donate some tissue samples for her project under the condition that he remained anonymous as the donor. They acquired Shepard's DNA and injected it into the eggs. Vito's was the only one that survived.
My DNA is from the Commander Shepard.
Really? High five. No?
I don't know.
I finally have a name to put on my DNA donor. And it's my own. Shepard. The Commander Clive Shepard.
Girl, only Vito didn't see that coming. Come on.
I don't know how to feel. I know I said I wouldn't seek him out. Because it was his own choice to be anonymous, but it's Shepard. And to know that Uncle Salai knew him well, and my mother too, maybe he'd be willing to reconsider.
Clive Shepard. Clive Shepard is Vito's parents. Vito's dad. It's interesting. I think most of us were expecting somebody on Shepard's level. You know, Shepard's notoriety. A peak individual of the race. Shepard, Zaid, Garth Vicarian, those kind of... They are what their race... they are the embodiment of the virtues their particular race wishes to show and have in everybody. So it's not overtly surprising, it's more intriguing to know that Clive Shepard was fine with his DNA being used in this experiment.
On another hand, I know I said I was done with this whole live up to the name thing. I am Vito above everything. But I share its DNA. I'm gonna be better somehow. That's what you'd want, right? Someone to be strong and also a hero.
But hey, at least Vito knows who his parents are now, I suppose. That's something he can say that I can't.
I thought... I don't know. Maybe imagined that person to be someone normal. That's a whole lot more to live up to. No, it's just DNA, isn't it? It's just a piece of information.
Okay, so who are you?
I'm Vito Shepard Pix.
Yeah.
And I'm very confused about that.
Yay! High five!
It just goes for high fives every time.
Think about it like this. You did end up having a little hero inside you anyways.
Yay! Let's hope that you don't have to choose one
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, let's not choose colors at the end.
So, are we...
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, what?
Nathan,
Yes.
while you are patiently waiting for the effects of the stasis to wear off on the Angarans, something catches your eye in the room. It appears to be a physical file that's half opened, and there's a number on the folder, the number 43.
Seek 43.
So he's looking this file, and like he knows he shouldn't go looking for it because it's gonna probably cause an awful lot of awkwardness. But he feels like they're already there. It's not like he doesn't have money, so he can pay for it after. He's going to casually just stroll over and look at the file.
Time to swoop.
You're going to see a photograph of, it looks like it's a man and a woman in their late 30s, I would say. In addition to another photo separate from them that is Sarah Ryder.
Mm.
And then the file says that Ellen Ryder and Alec Ryder are part of something called the Andromeda Initiative. But the problem was they had to make a very major decision, a very difficult decision. Their skills were necessary, integral to the success of the initiative. But they had little children, twin babies. They had twin babies, Sarah Ryder and Scott Ryder. And the problem was those babies were too young to go into stasis for that long. It would not be healthy for those babies to come with them. So they had to make the decision to go to the initiative themselves. And they would give the twins basically up for adoption to a family called the O'Mahons in Ireland. The problem is the O'Mahons they actually were not very good people, and they abandoned the babies. Sarah was found in the basket and was adopted by a very nice family, not knowing that her brother had crawled out of the basket on its own. Scott Ryder was later discovered to be Nathan Callahan.
The second you said it was Ellen and Alec, I knew what was going to happen.
Oh my god!
Oh, this is a spicy one.
A rider. That explains how you can ride him.
So about knowing who your parents are. Holy shit. I'm a writer. My name is not Nathan Callahan. My name is Scott Ryder. I was born with a twin sister to Alec and Ellen Ryder. So, my parents are alive. There's that. That's the first interesting thing, I suppose. They're currently involved in some Andromeda Initiative thing. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it before, and I haven't seen any news or any kind of messages or any sort of funding planning for this initiative. It seems like it was a pretty big thing if it drew two pretty big people in their respective fields out of the Milky Way. And then they abandoned me and my sister, Sarah, to do this thing. Apparently, it says in the file, they couldn't take us with them because we were too young. We wouldn't have survived the stasis. So there's that, and I don't quite know how to process that fact at the moment. But they apparently put us up for adoption, and a family called the O'Mahons, they adopted us, apparently, legitimately, and they weren't very good people because they abandoned us, me and my sister, in a basket in front of a community home, I think it said. And apparently they found my sister in the basket, but me and my adventurous self pulled myself out of the basket and was never seen again. Scott Ryder, assumed dead. No. He's right. He's sitting in the camera. I am Scott Ryder, but I am Nathan Callahan. Scott Ryder never existed. He's dead. Nathan Callahan is who he is. But, you know, I grew up homeless. I grew up hungry and cold and scraping by every single hour of my existence. And it's... I can't go back and blame Alec and Ellen for that directly. They didn't know what the Omans would do, but at the same time, if they hadn't abandoned us to go do this crazy thing that they're doing, I'd have a family. My biological family. I don't know, I would have been able to talk to Sarah about girls, or, you know, Mom about scraped knees, bumps and bruises. I don't know how to approach Sarah. I really don't. But hopefully, I'm going to have to. If I am her brother, I should tell her that I am her brother. She deserves to know that I'm still alive. So, I guess that's my next plan, isn't it? Once this is solved and I'm free to go back to my normal life, I guess Sarah can discover that her brother is alive, well, and doing pretty good for himself. I guess we'll find out sooner or later what she thinks of that.
There's a reason why Sarah, during your live stream, asked you a question. Do you remember the question she asked you?
Did you have any siblings? So she knows.
She doesn't know.
No?
She just happened to ask you that question, just randomly. Because she was curious if you had any siblings, not knowing
She was one.
that she is your sister.
The funny thing is that my writer is also... Oh God, this is so weird.
I wish you could see your face. Show us his face.
You are
Show
Scott
us his
Ryder.
face.
That was how you were born, though. You were born Scott Ryder, but
And I was given... I
you
took
were
her
given a
given
totally
name.
different name.
Yeah.
Nathan Callahan.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
You're Scott Ryder.
Oh my God.
And we will end the session there.
So we got ourselves into a fun situation.
Holy shit.
Bravo!